Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Y usted?
Muy bien, gracias. What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Greg Hassler. I'm from California, San Francisco, California.
And what do you do for work?
I am an accountant. I work at Deloitte.
What made you want to join the Your Spanish Escapes retreat?
So I wanted to, there's a lot of things, but I wanted to accelerate my Spanish. I've been trying. Um, it's not easy for everybody, I don't think. Learning Spanish isn't. And you're always looking for something that can help you get an edge or learn something or a different way of thinking about it. So I was looking for a different way of thinking about it, something to accelerate my learning, um, something to get together with other people that are trying to learn to see what they're doing. So this is kind of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to get out of it.
Can you describe your experience? What has your experience been like since last week Wednesday all the way till today, Wednesday?
So if I'm being honest, I was really nervous before I got here on Wednesday. One, because I didn't know if my Spanish was good enough. I didn't know, there was a lot of things I didn't know. I didn't know people, so I'm a shy person. And it beyond expectations. The location was great, the activities were great, the people were great. It was like you already knew the people you were working with, right? Everybody was so similar but at different points, right? It didn't matter that everybody was at different points. The going out, the just camaraderie with everybody, and I think it helped a lot in my Spanish. And we did things that were out of my comfort zone. For example, when we went to the Spanish language exchange, I'll be honest, I didn't want to go because I was afraid. That's out of my comfort zone. It's talking to a stranger in Spanish. It was fabulous. Everything we did was amazing. And then you, right, are the key to all of it. And I'm grateful for you putting it together and spending the time with us and being patient with us to, learn. But it couldn't have been better. I couldn't have imagined it turning out better than it did. So it was really awesome.
Were there any particular days or activities or just a day in general that you liked more than others, like your favorite part of the trip?
So, well, there were cultural experiences, and they weren't necessarily all speaking Spanish, but they were still like going to the soccer game was amazing because you felt the energy kind of, like part of it's culture, right? You come here to learn the culture a little bit. So going to a soccer game, you see the culture of Colombia and Medellin on display, and you kind of caught it and felt it. The other day I really liked was the coffee farm, just because the weather was terrible, right? It poured rain on us, and we were stuck there with the family, and so the family just chatted with, and I felt like part of their family, and so it was like when it was time to go, it was like, wow, that was really fast, and I think we spent a long time there, but it was. So those were probably my two favorite things, but there was nothing we did I didn't really enjoy. I mean, I loved it all, but those days stood out.
How has your Spanish improved?
I think my Spanish has improved because I've been with everybody, but I think what I learned most is strategies to help me continue to grow my Spanish. I was thinking about it this morning. For me, at least, it's not reasonable to expect I came in as, beginner, intermediate Spanish that I was going to come out fluent, but I came in where I was, and I came out feeling like I have the confidence to know what I need to work on to get to that level. And I have more of the skills, if you will, or tools to build upon, which is what I really wanted. I need the tools to build, right? It was great. It was great, and it gave me the things that I was looking for, which I would say the keys to Spanish. So,
Having myself 24/7 with you, how did that help, or did it add to your experience?
it did add to my experience because you felt like, and the whole experience of having a little bit more security, right? I mean, part of it is learning a language. You have to have the confidence, like you said, to do it and do it on your own. But having somebody there to back you up helps you be willing to try something that maybe you're not right? And maybe people give you a blank stare, but you were there and other people were there to say, oh, well, this is, here's kind of what you need, just a tweak to your Spanish. And so it was super helpful. I mean, your investment in us was amazing as part of this. So that was greatly appreciated. The key to the program is you. And so you took your time, because your time is what you have as business owner, as a teacher, and you invested it in us so that we can then take what you gave us and learn and grow. And so, you know, this whole group, we talk about Spanish, and that was super valuable, right, to talk and share ideas, because I have like 10 different things and websites and podcasts to listen to that I learned from other people in the class. But as far as confidence and saying, you know what, you can do this, you kind of gave us that, and you kind of gave us the key, and you got the group together, you believed in us, and made us feel like we could do it.
Do you think that you've made some friendships now and some relationships that you will continue after today and into the future?
I don't know how a group of people could come together and be such good friends so quickly. So yes, I think like the people that I met here, I will stay in contact with forever, right? It's that feeling. It was like we came out, there was ups and downs, right, this week. It's amazing what all happened this week, but I felt like we came out as almost like a family, a Spanish family, you know, doing stuff together, going through stuff together, learning about each other, where they are in life. I feel like we know each other really well. And everybody is not similar, but everybody gelled so well together. It's like, I could have done this for another week, right? Just, it's so enjoyable.
Those classes that we do every single morning, and specifically in the morning before we start our day, do you think that adds to the experience and it adds to the retreat and it adds value?
Oh, I definitely think it added value. Like, it started our day off, right, thinking about Spanish, thinking about strategies that we could use. And since where we all are in our speaking, there was something you could take away and use later in the day. For example, you know, one day we were talking about how we use, you know, a conjugated verb in the ing form. And later on in the day, I was riding in a taxi and couldn't say it. And, you know, one of the people in the class is like, oh, remember your strategy from this morning. And I was like, oh yeah. And it became easier. So it was not like a huge investment in the morning, but time very well spent that then you use the rest of the day. So I think it was super valuable.
Would you recommend this Yo Spanish Escapes retreat to somebody else?
I would definitely recommend. I would recommend it to anybody who is looking to improve their Spanish, to build a community, and really wants to improve and have a desire to, you know, learn Spanish. Like I have a desire for personal reasons. I want to, you know, everybody has a reason for learning Spanish, and it's fulfilling something I really wanted to do. So yeah, I would recommend it to anybody who's looking for that has a reason to improve their Spanish. This is a place to be.
Would you want to come back on another Yo Spanish Escapes retreat?
Yes, but I might miss my friends from this version. But yes, I definitely would want to come back because it was so perfect. It was from beginning to end, it was flawless and perfect. I mean, the activities went off, and I think there were things that happened that maybe weren't perfect, like the weather. You can't fix the weather here, but we moved and adapted, and everybody still had fun, and it was just a great experience. So yes, I would come again.